Beware of the person who gives advice, telling you that a certain action on your part is good for you while it is also good for him.
Taleb warns against trusting advice from individuals who have a vested interest in the outcome, as their recommendations may be biased.
The worst problem of modernity lies in the malignant transfer of fragility from one party to the other, combined with an exponential increase in the scale of systems.
Taleb highlights the dangers of shifting vulnerability from one entity to another, often resulting in larger and more fragile systems.
Don't tell me what you think, just tell me what's in your portfolio.
Taleb emphasizes the importance of actions in tangible positions rather than mere opinions when it comes to assessing someone's financial acumen.
Do not confuse education with schooling.
Taleb suggests that true learning and knowledge extend beyond traditional schooling, and one should actively seek education beyond formal institutions.
Banks that are currently healthy owe their robustness to their weak brethren who have disappeared or been absorbed.
Taleb suggests that the apparent strength of some banks is a result of weaker ones failing or being assimilated into the stronger ones.
The difference between technology and slavery is that slaves are fully aware that they are not free.
Taleb draws attention to the potential dangers of becoming overly dependent on technology, which may result in loss of personal freedom.
It is much more comfortable to be mad and know it than to be sane and have one's doubts.
Taleb implies that maintaining a healthy skepticism and questioning one's assumptions can be challenging, but it is crucial for sound decision-making.
Never trust a journalist, not because they are always wrong, but because they are incentivized to tell you what you want to hear.
Taleb advises caution when consuming media, highlighting the inherent biases that can emerge due to journalists' incentives to cater for their audience.
Markets are prone to internal shocks precisely because they do not allow internal shocks.
Taleb explains that by suppressing small disturbances, markets can become vulnerable to larger shocks that have not been adequately accounted for.
An economist is a blind dark black cat.
Taleb humorously portrays the limitations of economic models and predictions, suggesting that economists may be searching for non-existent patterns.
You can be certain that anyone who claims to know the future is either lying or stupid.
Taleb emphasizes the unpredictability of the future and dismisses the idea that anyone can possess absolute certainty about what lies ahead.
It is not possible to know the odds of rare events.
Taleb points out the inherent difficulty in accurately assessing the probabilities of infrequent or unprecedented events, which can have significant impacts.
The best insurance is one that doesn't appear as insurance.
Taleb suggests that effective risk management should be subtle and embedded within systems, rather than relying on explicit and visible insurance mechanisms.
Society doesn't need more heroes. It needs more prudent people doing dull and average stuff.
Taleb advocates for a focus on steady, dependable actions rather than seeking heroic or extraordinary endeavors, which can often introduce unnecessary risks.
The greatest calamities occur because people assume they know more than they do.
Taleb highlights the dangers of overconfidence and the tendency to assume knowledge beyond what is truly known, leading to disastrous consequences.
If you're wondering why you're rich, stop wondering.
Taleb suggests that spending time contemplating the reasons for one's wealth is less productive than focusing on the present and future actions that sustain it.
Avoidance of boredom is the only worthy mode of action.
Taleb encourages individuals to embrace boredom and avoid impulsive actions driven solely by the need for constant stimulation, as it can lead to poor decisions.
You can't predict the events that will make you better off, but you can predict the direction you want to be heading.
Taleb emphasizes the importance of having a general direction or goal in life, even if specific events or outcomes cannot be predicted with certainty.
Only the autodidacts are free.
Taleb celebrates self-education and the pursuit of knowledge outside of formal academic institutions, suggesting that it leads to intellectual freedom.
Most of what you hear about the financial markets comes from people who use the term markets, but are not actually participants in it.
Taleb cautions against blindly accepting financial advice from individuals who lack direct experience and exposure to the markets they discuss.
The three most harmful addictions are heroin, carbohydrates, and monthly salary.
Taleb highlights the potential pitfalls of becoming dependent on steady income, which can limit personal freedom and foster cynicism.
Debt is leverage, and leverage magnifies mistakes.
Taleb underscores the risks associated with debt, as it amplifies the impact of errors and miscalculations, potentially leading to severe financial consequences.